Imagine waking up to foreign soldiers patrolling your streets, your family's weapons confiscated, and the law clear. Own a weapon, face death. Helplessness became a weapon, breaking spirits before any battle began. But the occupiers took only weapons, not the will to resist. In secret, defiance quietly grew. Across Europe, invaders disarmed civilians, believing this would secure their control. They saw only farmers, shopkeepers and workers, people who would submit once their guns were gone. But they underestimated local knowledge and skill. Hunters knew secret forest paths. Fishermen understood the tides. Blacksmiths could forge blades. Mechanics could assemble firearms from spare parts. Chemists could mix explosives. The occupiers took away weapons, but left behind the people who could make them. They mistook silence for acceptance. Beneath the surface, a secret war was brewing. Resistance would not be fought with tanks, but with ingenuity and courage. The land itself became an ally, filled with resources invisible to the occupiers. Every barn, workshop and field hid potential weapons. The invaders' greatest mistake was underestimating the people's resourcefulness. They thought they had created order, but had sown the seeds of unpredictable conflict. The real arsenal was the knowledge and determination of the occupied. With guns gone, everyday tools became weapons. A scythe straightened became a polearm, a sickle, a close-quarters blade. Hay hooks and sharpened shovels turned into silent tools for ambush. Pitchforks became spears, shovels were filed to lethal edges. These weapons hid in plain sight. No patrol would suspect the shovel by the door. The transformation of farm tools was a testament to human ingenuity. The fight was defined not by what was lost, but by what remained. Each modified tool was an act of defiance. The fields and barns, symbols of peace, became secret armories. Resistance was everywhere, disguised as daily life. The occupiers saw only tools, the people saw weapons. The spirit of resistance thrived in the ordinary. The Polish underground didn't just adapt, they invented. They created the Błyskawica submachine gun, designed for secret manufacture in occupied Warsaw. Built from bicycle frames, plumbing pipes and scrap metal, it required no complex parts. Production was decentralized, no one knew the whole plan. Springs came from sofa cushions, barrels from old rifles. Each gun was assembled in hidden workshops, under constant threat. Around 700 were made, used in the Warsaw Uprising. The Błyskawica was more than a weapon. It was a symbol of resilience. It proved that even stripped of everything, people could create their own power. The lightning bolt emblem was a mark of defiance. From urban scrap they forged thunder. The occupiers could not extinguish the Polish spirit. Ingenuity became their greatest weapon. In Yugoslavia's mountains and forests, the partisans faced a stronger enemy. Direct battle was suicide, so they turned the land into their weapon. They mastered improvised explosives and booby traps, tripwires, hidden bombs and mines. Enemy patrols moved in fear, every step a potential disaster. Explosives were scavenged from unexploded bombs mixed with nails and scrap. The goal constant attrition, disrupting supply lines and morale. The forest became a minefield, the mountains a fortress. The partisans didn't try to match firepower, they changed the rules. Patience and strategy replaced brute force. Their war was relentless, 1,000 small cuts. The occupiers learned the land itself could fight back. Determination and cunning held a mighty army at bay. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the most powerful. Facing Soviet tanks, the Finns popularized the Molotov cocktail, a glass bottle of petrol with a rag fuse. Thrown at tanks, it set engines ablaze, forcing crews to abandon their vehicles. It was the poor man's artillery, giving infantry a way to fight armour. Anyone could make one. No factory needed. Bottles, petrol and rags turned kitchens into armories. The idea spread across Europe's resistance movements. Molotov cocktails became symbols of asymmetric warfare. A burning tank, disabled by a bottle, inspired hope and fear. Ingenuity and courage levelled the battlefield. No army could defend against the creativity of the desperate. In Denmark, resistance meant subtlety and silence. The death knife, disguised, easily concealed, became the tool of spies and saboteurs. Silent weapons enabled bold plans, like Operation Anthropoid. Czechoslovak operatives, trained in Britain, set out to assassinate Reinhard Heydrich. Their weapon, a modified anti-tank grenade designed for a single, decisive strike. The ambush was risky. When a gun jammed, a grenade finished the job. Heydrich was mortally wounded, proof that courage and planning could change history. Resistance was not just about weapons, but about daring and precision. A few determined individuals with the right tools and a bold plan could alter the course of war. Improvised warfare was as much about strategy as it was about invention. The occupiers thought that by taking weapons they'd crushed resistance. But WWII's secret arsenal is a story of the human spirit. Even when stripped of everything, knowledge, skill and determination remained. The Błyskawica, Molotov cocktails, silent knives, these were born from ingenuity. Farmers, mechanics and chemists turned the everyday into an arsenal. True strength lay not in weapons, but in resolve and creativity. Oppressors could occupy land, but never truly disarm a determined people. Across Europe, ordinary people outthought their enemies. The legacy. As long as there's knowledge and will, resistance will find a way. The mind is the ultimate weapon. Which of these inventions inspires you most?